Alright, so there's been this problem going around on YouTube for well over a year now that has impacted every single creator in the finance niche, along with all of our viewers. And now it's sort of come to this monumental peak where recently Stephan has just released this video stating that YouTube plans to terminate his account on July 12th under the premise that he has been doing excessive spam commenting.
I also got this email from YouTube with a termination warning, comment spam detected.
At this point, the video has been out for a couple of days now, and you may have had the chance to already watch it, but this is actually a topic that I've also been wanting to make a dedicated video on for several months now, and unfortunately, this sort of feels like a good time to release today's video and shed some further light on this issue that is extremely frustrating, which is spam bot comments. I can pretty much guarantee that you've seen what I'm speaking about here. They're literally a plague here on YouTube. They're in every single one of my own comment sections and pretty much every single other finance creator's comment section as well. And I'm not even joking here. On most of my videos, I get more spam comments than real comments from actual viewers, which, to be honest, kind of makes me shed a tear. Now, these spam accounts and comments seem to take two main forms. The first and most annoying form being a blatant copy of the creator's name and profile photo, which is definitely the most prevalent that I've personally seen and could easily fool a newer viewer to genuinely think that they're speaking with me or the creator in question. Luckily though, the credibility of these messages is usually flushed down the drain when it contained a cryptic message such as this one, but still, if these never worked, scammers would probably not continue posting them after almost a year. In fact, I've even made a dedicated post on my community page in the past warning people of this exact issue because it can honestly be confusing at times, especially if you're newer to my channel and not entirely sure of how I communicate with my viewers. I'm telling you right now though, so that it's on the record, I don't use WhatsApp, I would never contact you directly asking for any form of Bitcoin payment, and I certainly would never write a comment as embarrassing as this one. You want... In Graham's video, he also spoke about comment filters that the creator can actually put on the comments that are commented on their own videos in order to try and deal with this issue, and that's actually something that I've also been doing for months now to try and combat this on my own channel, but you can only go so far. I mean, I've blocked keywords such as, for example, DM, WhatsApp, inbox, a bunch of crypto words, and even a bunch of numbers that they often will use. But even still, as he mentioned himself, this is just an uphill battle because the scammers quickly realize that their comments are being filtered, and that's why now the comments look so janky, to get past these filters that we creators put in place. What's even more frustrating though for a smaller creator such as myself, in contrast to say a Stephan of this world who does have over 100,000 subscribers, is that I don't even get the luxury of getting that little check mark beside my name, which is something that you unlock after 100,000 subscribers. And so I'll concede that this isn't much, but it's still better than nothing. All I get to differentiate myself from these scammers is that my name is highlighted. I mean, yeah, that's not really doing much. The second form of spam comment is actually kind of hilarious in that one first comment will appear, and then as if this was done organically, a bunch of other accounts will pretend to be having a conversation with each other to the point where one of them will tout the virtues of a said Mr. or Mrs. whatever who helped them essentially 100x their investment. I can't make this up. Sometimes these fake comment threads get from 50 to even 100 messages in one single comment thread. All fake, of course, but it's pretty much impossible for me to keep up deleting them all because there's just so many that keep continuously appearing. I know most viewers are now aware of this and don't fall for them, but still, as a creator myself, it's just really annoying seeing more than half my comments sometimes being fake comments on each one of my videos, and I literally cannot delete them fast enough. And also, I just don't even want even one or two people to fall for one of these scams. You know, most of my videos get thousands of views, and even if just one or two people fall for this type of scam, that's something I really want to avoid. Now, as a creator, we do have access to a couple of resources to try and mitigate this issue, even though they aren't doing much. So as I spoke about earlier, we can filter keywords, but then also we can delete the comments themselves, report the comment, and just straight up hide the user from the channel, which is typically what I end up doing so that it automatically blocks future comments from that user. But the issue is that by doing this, it also does not delete all the previous comments from that user, which is still pretty frustrating because you have to go manually delete every single one, and inevitably some will fall through the cracks. So anyways, in Graham's video, he talks about how his account got mistakenly flagged for excessive spam commenting, and he believes that this is as a result of him responding to too many viewer comments.
I'm just thanking you for watching and genuinely hoping you enjoyed the video. Plus, I physically do all of that myself as often as I can, so that would be a crazy reason to ever terminate a channel.
And as a creator, I can 100% relate to this because we want to respond to as many comments as possible, but it's again impossible to have an original comment for every single one of the comments on our videos, even though we do want to respond to as many comments as possible. For this reason though, it's somewhat inevitable that a lot of the replies to your comments are going to look like something along the lines of "thanks for watching," "thanks for tuning in," or "I'm glad you found value in this video," all of which just to try and show appreciation for you taking time out of your day to watch my videos. Now, YouTube defines spam commenting as comments with the intention to mislead viewers, redirect them to external sources, or gather personal information, among other things, which, yeah, all of these fake comments are trying to accomplish. So hopefully YouTube has woken up and are trying to finally find a solution to this problem. The issue here is that maybe in an effort to try and start cleaning up all of these fake comments and accounts, YouTube mistakenly grouped Graham Stephan's actual real account into all of these fake accounts because ultimately they all have the same profile picture as well as the same display name.
I have a feeling that YouTube is identifying accounts that just post the same comments over and over again, prompting people to go and text a WhatsApp number.
But still, this seems kind of reckless on YouTube's part since Graham has over 3 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. You would think they would have a better system implemented. Maybe. I can only imagine though what it would feel like getting an automatic non-personal email from YouTube basically just telling you that your account's been flagged and that it plans on being deleted in only a matter of days.
When I saw this, my heart sunk because I knew it had to be an error.
Your heart sinking is an understatement. I mean, YouTube is legitimately our business and what puts food on our table along with Ford GTs in our garage.
2005 Ford GT.
So Graham having his channel deleted would basically be the same as saying goodbye to tens of millions of dollars in income generated through his channel over the next couple of years alone. And the fact that as a creator of his size and with his influence, getting in contact with YouTube is an issue is a problem in and of itself. I mean, honestly, like how many views does this guy even have? Yeah, he has a lot of views. He should have a dedicated account manager just for him, along with a couple other people, because at that level of influence, when something like this arises, you need to have direct contact with YouTube. That's how I feel. I mean, imagine getting an email from your employer, because that's kind of what YouTube is to us, sort of, saying that you're getting terminated without any further information and you can't even get in contact with them. That's scary. And back to Graham making millions of dollars through his channel each year, well, as a result, his face, his brand, and his influence are worth a lot of money, which obviously these scammers are well aware of because apparently they have run ads with his name and face on them, which is really messed up, to be honest. I can't even believe that this type of ad got approved on YouTube. At this point, why even pay creators to promote products when you can just rip off their photo and their name and advertise without getting flagged? I'm joking, of course, but still, that is really messed up. And taking it one step further, at least if these scammers were contained in YouTube, that would be one thing. But of course, as all plagues do, they spread over into other platforms. In this case, I'm speaking about Instagram. For an account like Graham's, who is verified on Instagram and has that blue check mark, this isn't as much of an issue. But for me, I've been dealing with 1 to 3 impersonators on Instagram every single week for around a year now, which is the most frustrating thing of all time. The reason why this is so much worse is because on Instagram, you can actually direct message people. So what these scammers end up doing is they create a new account, they copy and paste my entire feed, my descriptions, my photos, everything. They buy a bunch of fake followers and then DM my entire follower list, pretending to be me and even asking people how they're enjoying my videos. I mean, get a life. Unfortunately, verification on Instagram is even harder than on YouTube and seemingly just comes out of nowhere. So regardless of how many times I apply for it, I continue getting rejected. Instagram, if you're watching this, you know what to do. But anyways, back to Graham's channel, I obviously sympathize with what's going on. This is most likely just a mistake that will end up getting resolved, but nonetheless, it's extremely nerve-wracking. Graham's like a pioneer in the finance YouTube niche, and for this to happen to him is quite surprising. Fingers crossed that this doesn't happen to any other creators and that YouTube just legitimately finds a good solution to this. All of this to say that if you're still watching at this point, just be aware of this issue and make sure not to fall for any of these scams. I really hope you have a great day, and make sure to take advantage of the resources down in the description. Like for example, you can get $25 for free when you sign up for Wealthsimple Trade, or $25 for free when you sign up for Wealthsimple Cash. There's also a couple other really great offers down there, so make sure to check them out. On that note, thanks a lot for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one.